أبنائي وبناتي الأعزاء، طلبة وطالبات كلية التمريض، أهلا بكم في المحاضرة اللي خاصة بتريننج ميديولز، اللي خاصة بإزاي الحزم التدريبية هنبدأ نكونها. والنهاردة المحاضرة مهمة جدا، إن احنا هنبدأ خدنا في المحاضرات اللي قبل كده كيفية الإعداد، لكن النهاردة كيفية التطبيق بتاع الحزم التدريبية. تريننج ميديولز. Why training? In the training module should be determine why training. The sharing of information through training is our most valuable tool to develop our most valuable assist our employee. In any organization should be determine and prepare the unit for the training in the healthcare setting or any organization. In the educational organization should be determine a quality unit to follow up the training and the quality of the educators and their assistant. In any organization should be determine the units of the training, because the training that enhance or update all employee in this organization. The importance of the training and the development. Maintain the skill levels. There are different levels in the skills, and there are different abilities in their employee in our organization. We can determine or maintain the skill levels. Should be assess these levels for the importance of the training, because in the training prepared should be according to levels of the trainee. There are some list of modules and there are some needs as for the trainee. Can be determined this and can select the modules according to modules trainee levels or skills. We remember with us the training in the first lecture. Determine there are modular approach, basic modular approach, and the intermediate modular approach, and the advanced modular approach. Basic modular approach is the first level of the modules, and the intermediate is the second level of the modules. Third level and the last one is the advanced. It can be determined after the training. First, basic, and the intermediate is the second. يبقى important of the training and the development should be maintain the skills level. Advanced skills and the knowledge to improve the performance efficiency and the service delivery error rates. There are advanced skills should be maintained and should be written and should be updated for all levels. This is our vision. This is our vision to improve all skills in the nursing career. There are all skills or knowledge in all employees in the organization. It is very important to organization issue. But advanced skill and knowledge to improve the performance according to the levels, maybe advanced skill program should be implemented. Efficiency and the service delivery error rates. If there are error rates should be determined and revised it in the module. Profitability or productivity or manpower should be determined. In the importance of training. Should be selected as the steps of the training program process. Selected trainers should be determined according to productivity or outcome of the trainers. Integrate new technology into work to advance or to improve or to enhance the employee should be determine integrate a new technology into work, should be select in the methodology of the training application, online or web-based application, or others application in technology. This career or organization, any organization to develop or accredit, should be used in new technology in their organization issue. Establish a standard for work practice. There are standards should be maintained in any organization, should be established work practice. All practice that can be implemented in this organization should be developed in training session, should be maintained and announced. All procedure in this organization should be posted for all participants in this training. The benefit of training طبعا gives the supervisor more time to manage standardized performance, less absenteeism, less turnover, reduced tension, consistency, lower cost, more customers, better service. It is very important to training benefit. There are some supervisor complain from the practice of this employee because no change in this updated or knowledge or skills in this training. Should be training a change in the knowledge, the skills, the practice, the attitude, behaviors of this employee or participant. So it gives the supervisor more time to manage according to the standard that implemented or that previously complained or written in their organization or their department. There are actual performance according to a standard. In the training session should be determined for the supervisor should be aware of the standard performance of his employee. Less absenteeism. Sometimes the employee absent for uneligible for the training session or the work. When we covered any needs or desires for training and the desire of the work, may be less absenteeism. Less turnover if the training up to date, all the nurses or the employee in any organization, can be less turnover of this participant. Reduce tension. If I know all procedures that can be implemented in my department, it is less tension or less stress. Tension or stress or anxiety occur when I ineffective in communication or ineffective or our practice in my job. If I aware all procedures or practice in my job, this force me to aware and less attention or anxiety of this, because I aware all the procedure, and if I not aware all this objective or this procedure can be as a tension, working in tension, working in stress, working in anxiety from a patient, from the supervisor, from the health care teams as a whole, from stakeholders, from a relative or families of the patient, and so on. Constantly lower cost طبعا, more customers. The training, if have any cost, it is affect the organization to improve any default in this organization. Can be aware that this cost is re-affect on this organization for the improve the performance, improve all skills in their employee, that up to date this organization. Better service that can be service for the all customers if the all trained is change in the behavior, change in the communication relationship between the customer وبetween the stakeholders وبetween الأفراد أو all members in the organization. The benefit of the training gives the supervisor more time to manage standardized performance, less absenteeism, less turnover, reduced tension, and constantly lower cost, more customer, better service. More customers and better service, because there are satisfaction in the relation between الكاستمر and الهيلث تيم الموجود. There are satisfaction. This is appear in the effect of the training. There are satisfaction of the customer, high satisfaction of the customer, because the health team is trained, and because there are change in the behavior. If we can implement communication skills module for all employee, for all stakeholder or trainee in any organization, in healthcare organization, in the communication skills can be determined, or the relationship between nurse to nurse, nurse to doctor, doctor to doctor, doctor to nurse, and the nurse to patient, and the nurse to patient to nurse, and so on. It is affect all satisfactory factor in between the customer and the service. Gives the worker confidence to do their job. We say that I have the training and I aware for all procedure. It is have confidence, self-confidence, high self-confidence of the service or all the members in this organization. This reduces tension, boosts the morale and job satisfaction, reduce injuries and the accident, reduce the risk that can be affect in our organization, give them a chance to advance, give them a chance to advance. It gives the worker confidence to do their job, reduce tension, boost the morale and the job satisfaction, reduces the injuries and accidents or any risk that be affect in their job, gives them a chance to advance. Gives the business a good image and more profit. Good image for, because there are satisfactory from the stakeholders, from any customers, high satisfactory of the customers that affect in the image of this organization. A kind of training. There are informal, on the job, phone a friend. Formal, attendant or completion. Formal, certify video card, evidence of return on investment, must be planned, allow for customization related to workplace standard. There are kind of training, informal or formal training. The informal training may be training during the work. Maybe some friends give call phone to determine any job. I can try to IV or IM or any procedure in phone? No. But the knowledge in their call phone may be not aware some knowledge. This can be informal because it is not planned or not as a program, but it is the knowledge or data or information about this situation. Phone and as a friend, just call for determine something in the short time. Not explain the procedure or not explain CPR procedure or other and so on. It is just information or data quickly. Just information or data quickly. So it is defined as informal. Informal. No authority, no responsibility in this kind of training. If the data that determined from sender to receiver, it is not determined as the data, evidence data. It is the opinion of your sender or receiver. There are informal, it is phone to quickly data or quickly information. We know it is the kind of training because there are the person can be trained or can be change in knowledge of others. It is called informal training because there are the criteria of the changes of the knowledge of the from the sender to the receiver. It is called informal training. Just it is quickly knowledge or quickly train about anything in the department or about anything for the patient. Informal attend completely for the training program. Informal evidence of return and investment. There are evidence or written record or reports according to preparation and pre-test or post-test follow-up, and another feedback from the trainee, and another formal written evidence. If it is the document, evidence called a document in the training session. Document. There are document, signature, and fulfillment for all item of the feedback or for item in the reports. Brainstorming. It is kind of methods of the training. It is evidence that the attendant or participant someone for this session. Formal attendant. So informal is certified. There are certification to attendant or participate this person in this training modules. Must be planned. Must be planned. There are the plan, action plan for all items in this training module. Allow for customization related to the workplace standard. Should be formal, should be related to standard of the workplace, not just training modules. There are different types of training. Skill training. Skill training is very important for update or enhance all skills in any organization for all employees. Any skill training should be planned according to the number of the employee in any organization, should be collect the number, and according to priorities and according to speciality should be attend all employees in this type of training. Because this type of training related to their job and related to speciality should be written the plan for all employees participate in this training kind of type of training. Skill training program in our hospital have 100, 200, 300 for the healthcare personnel. We can train this all employee or all healthcare team at the same time? No. We cannot implement skill training for all employee at the same time, but maybe distribute more than 20 programs as the same for this organization. It is responsibility of the training unit. Responsibility of the training unit should be planned in the years according to the number of the healthcare teams. To all employees should be participate in this type of training, and should be Plan this according to priority, and should be written this number from different department, not one department selected for trained all employee in this department. It is gap of the time, and this person should be in the work, should be number of day work should be inside this time table or time plan. Skill training is very, very important for all personnel in the healthcare team to update these skills. And skills training should be have knowledge with skills training should be used more than method of training. Retraining may be training all the stuff in the orientation program, and during day work can be there are gap in something or forget something in the skills. You can retrain to improve or enhance their skills. Cross-functional training. Cross-functional training. It is a special training for cross-function. Some monitors, some materials, some methods is updated to the employee. Team training. Team training in some projects can be collect the team to achieve training. Team training is the method that explained previously in the training methods. Is the team training can be implemented in the training projects, implemental project in any organization. Creativity training, it is very, very important. If you can improve and develop any organization, you can select creativity training for all employees. This take time to the employee to creative or thinking about the ideas or some plans to improve their organization. Literacy training, not for reading and writing, but literacy training may be for improve knowledge or skills about the computer, about the monitor, about any methods or machines that can be take in this organization. Can be literacy of the training to change in knowledge and behaviors or skills according to the method or machines that can be used during day work. Diversity training may be transfer someone from a department to other department. Can be diversity training to update or to improve these skills if different from this type of department to another department. Customer service training is very important to high satisfactory for the stakeholders in our organization. The benefit of training, a summary: improve the customer service and the public relation. Public relation or customer service should have communication skills and improve these skills in the communicate with others and communicate with the patient. The public relation very important in any organization, in setting healthcare organization, because this is receipt patient or customer and relative should be aware that the communication with the and the relation with the other is very important to communicate with us. Fewer complaints better morale and attitude. If we train the customer service and the public relation and improve these skills, maybe fewer complain from the customer service and the public relation person, because there are improvement in their skills in the communication, and no complaint from the patient or from the relative about this person or this member, and this member can be communicate with the other effectively. It improves the skills of the customer. Better morale and attitude. The morale is high with no anxiety, no stress, and so on. It is reduced في anxiety. This better morale for all customers and public relation. This is attitude is better for the public relation person that receive in the reception, that admitted for someone to the healthcare setting. Less turnover and absenteeism. We can confidence from the training and improve our skills in the training and improve the knowledge والskills والattitude and the change في attitude والbehavior of the trainee. This benefit that can be changed, and this less turnover and absenteeism of the employee or trainee in this organization. More involved and caring employee. Proactive versus reactive employee. Proactive encourage the employee to increase the productivity and so on. It is proactive versus reactive. Reactive should be reaction for any situation. Proactive, it is overcoming any reaction in any situations. Then why is the training often neglect? Why? In most organizations, neglect the any training in their organization, and they say that it is costly, effective. It is highly improved, not improved in the skills. It is repeated for all the knowledge and the skills that be trained previously, and so on. Why is the training often neglected? Because training time. We quickly working in every day 12 hours per day and 4 days per weeks and so on. No time to training. No time to training, because there are shortage in this staff, healthcare staff or healthcare team, and any organization. It is staff number is covered the working day, and no time for the training. It is no time and no cost. It is neglect for the training. Training high cost because there are trainers from external. If we develop or prepare the training units in our organization, it is the cost for 2 persons as a educator and 1 manager in this unit. 3 persons maybe collect needs assessment for all employees in this organization and prepare training module according to the levels, according to the experience, according to the needs of the organization and trainees. This is to prepare the educational unit in any organization that solve this problem or this neglect and solve any problems in this organization. But في safe time, according to the plan, all employees participate in this training modules. And the costly is ineffective cost, because this is workers, employee in this organization. And the salary wage as the same as the same employee in this organization. Can be affect or select this person according to criteria. No bias to develop manager in the education unit according to bias or relationship between a nursing director or a health care manager and the other person. يبقى training time and training cost. Employee turnover. Sometimes there are person participate in this or work in this organization, and after trained or after a change in this behavior and accept all skills, can be terminated from this hospital or this organization, and can be turnover of this organization. It is costly effect because this person is trained and this person aware all thing about this organization. Training time, training cost, employee turnover. Short term worker. There are short term worker. It is neglect to the training. No, it is the person working in this organization should be aware بالknowledge والskills of all subject in this material and the method or any thing in this department, because it is worker in this department and participate in all skills in this all procedure in this department should be trained, not short-term worker neglect to the from the training plan. Diversity of the worker sometimes transfer to another department and should be trained in another department and so on. Kind of job, simple or complex, should be trained, should be implemented in this plan. Not knowing exactly what you want your people to do and how. It is a very important step. In the first step to training program process, educational objective, then need assessment determined. And there are steps for the need assessment. There are questionnaire for the need assessment. If we implement this training according to organization objective or need assessment, it is success for the training. And this is improve will enhance for this organization. But if not knowing exactly what you want to your people, no need assessment technique, is a failure to training modules. Develop a unit training program. This taught in several sessions. It should provide a checkpoint to measure progress. Should include 2 elements: showing and telling the employee what to do, having the employee to do it right. Location should be amended. Training material should be the same used on the job. It is developing a unit for training program, should be taught in several sessions, should be listed according to needs, list of the modules, modular approach according to the levels of the trainee or the participant or employee needs or organization objective. It should provide a checkpoint to measure progress, should be resulted if the progress in the performance of the trainee after training or not. This is follow-up for the trainee or participant after finishing training program. Should include 2 elements. Another element showing and telling the employee what to do. Should be aware and clarify what to do, and having employee to do it right, and train it to do it right. It is responsible for the training unit or educational unit. Location should be presented or should be located or amended, should be prepared. The location for this training unit. Determine the room, some rooms in any organization, it is the training unit location. Training material should be same as used in the shop. Should be procedure that implemented in the department should be trained in the training unit. If the training needs assessment of the employee, that we know this procedure and we want to know about others, no training in this module. According to specialty, according to organization objective, according to needs in the specialty or not in another specialty. For example, in the medical surgical department, the employee need to know CPR, first aid, emergency, and so on. In the director office, should be know about leadership and the management training, communication skills, and so on. If oncology department should be aware with some related to the cancer of the child or the adult, and so on. According to the specialty, should be trained the module, not according to emotion of the people or needs of the some staff. There are objectives in any organization. There are mission and division of the organization. Should be implement the training unit of any module according to this objective, to achieve this objective. Sharing from employee to improve their needs, to improve their specialty, and so on. Steps in designing and training modules. Training is any form of process designed to facilitate learning in the target audience. A step in designing training module: define the training needs. Explore the learning options. Learning expected outcome. Sequence the topic learning. Designing visual aids. Designing a feedback form. It is steps designing a training module should be contain these steps. Number 1, define training needs. There are the list of the needs. According to priority, select one of them. And then explore the learning option that we can implement or can. If they select anything about intelligent emotion intelligent, just it is self-management and self-awareness. You should be contain any option of this. Learning expected outcome should be written in the plan of action plan. Expected outcome from these training modules. A sequence of the topic learning from simple to difficult concepts. Simple definition, types, or and so on. So to the rules of the nurse in this, or rules of the doctor in this, or and so on. It is clarify the topic from simple to difficult. Designing visual aids that can be used as a media for clarify any topics in these modules, and designing a feedback form for the trainee and for the trainer should be clarified in this module, and the evaluation process that evaluate in this module. Designing a course material for the assistant of the participant. Course materials. There are methods and material that can apply in this module, there are different methods and material: lecture, demonstration, re-demonstration, discussion, team building group, and so on. Simulation should be implemented, and so on. There are some media can be used: audiovisual, video, online, web-based, and so on can be used. Flow chart can be used. Whiteboard can be used in this material. So some handouts are given to participation before, during, and after the training program. These handouts are, when prepare these modules, should be their art content, should be frame or timetable of this module, should aware of the all participants in this module. Can be determine the time of break, the time of the session in every day. Should be written as a timetable and to put it in the handout of the participant. Determine a topic, a lecturer, and the time of the lecturer, and the audio visual that can be used, the method of the training, and the media can be used. Time break should be determined in the timetable and aware for this. We can implement this at time. There are some handouts before and during and after. Before, timetable and some time of written briefly according to the content in the file of the content. There are file contain every handout of this training, should be timetable and outlines of this module, and sometimes handout that not affect in the activity of this module can be posted in, put in this file to aware or enhance the participant, to aware the time of beginning and the time of ending, and the topic that be explained, and the time of the break, and so on. Free workshop material. When we implement the workshop during training session, there are workshop for the implement or apply activities in this material. Pre-workshop material. Workshop materials, pre-workshop and the workshop material. Workshop material during, it is the activity of the activities 1, activity 2, activity 3, and so on. It is put in the during the workshop material, is distributed for the trainee. Post-work material, workshop material, after the implementation of this activity, can be collect all activity and put copy for the trainee to aware and to document for the participant to transfer another after the implementation or application of the training module. An important aspect of designing this support material is displaying the text most effectively. الأسبكت هنا important designing support material. There are some methods and materials, material media that can be used. If the work paper or pen or another materials can be used, or flow chart and so on. Before you starting writing, at the beginning of the meeting, define for the team the following 4 terms. Action verb. Action verb should be aware all the training in the action verb. Objective should be written in action verb. Action verb should be measurable. Measurable. Action verb should be specific. Action verb should be applicable. Action verb should be time located. Action verb should be applicable. Smart action verb should be aware for all employees in this training before any writing. A word that identifies a specific behavior or action to be accomplished should be there are statement for the action verb and accomplish any activities or any objective should be written specific behavior. Identify specific behavior. There are examples of action verb: del, load, calculate, remove as example of action verb. Apply, distinguish, and identify, it is action verb. Should be measurable, measurable action verb and applicable. Explain, it is action verb. Explain is action verb. Explains that object follow action verb. Action verb is in object should be determined in all activities before you starting right. Should be aware action verb and the words that identify the specific behavior that accomplish. For example, identify, determine, explain, apply, and so on. These words can be in action. In action, smart, specific, تبقى applicable, and time located and implemented. This frame for written program modules. عندي no code number. There are as example to for develop training module. There are code number 1 and 2. البروجرام مديورال mastering manager leadership skills, all developing supervisory leadership skills. It is the module and it is the module. The duration of the module 1 من 2 ل 5 days. من 2 ل 5 days. التارجت participant اللي هو trainee selection. trainee selection top, middle and المانجر. top, middle and المانجر. The language should be implemented in this training module. Language Arabic or English should be planned in this module, Arabic or English. If the target top or middle manager, it is baccalaureate nurse, master degree, doctorate degree, or diploma nurse. If the diploma nurse or diploma employee can be not need for the English language, but need for the Arabic language. It is the point should be written in the training modules. Training modules, number 1 is the title of the training module. Number 2, the duration that can be implemented this training. According to the objective of the training module and according to the content of the training module should be determined the time. If highly objective and more than 20 objectives should be achieved, more than content في المديول can be duration more than 5 days. But if the content and the objective is simple or moderate in the topics, can be from 1 to 3 days according to the objective and according to the content of the module can be determined at time of the module. The target is the top, middle, or first middle. There are 3 targets in any organization. There are top is the manager, في middle, and في first line. First line, it is the employee that implement all the policy والprocedure والphilosophy in this organization. الميدل type middle of the management is the head of the department or supervisory of the department. The top is the manager in any organization, is the top level of the management. According to module, it is for the top management or middle management or first line management can be determined this target. And in language, if the have الobjective to enhance leadership qualities by impairing leadership no. It is an example for the training module. There are developing supervisory leadership skills from 2 to 5 days. Supervisory staff, English and Arabic. Our objective in this module to improve knowledge والskills والtechnique of management on the shop floors. As an example of the communication skill module, area covered is the content of this module: introduction, objectives of communication, communication process, barriers of the communication, attribute, type, verbal, non-verbal, oral or written or non-verbal communication. This as example for the module. It is not module. This as example to develop their module according to these titles. Area of the content or area that covered this module. Number 2, the benefit of this module هي objective that can be measured and can be determined in this module. There are guidelines for developing effective listening skill should be written. Any guidelines how can register this module and how can you implement or participate in this module. It is as example for this module. Our guideline of effective listening skills. الكوميونيكيشن في communication skill وفي effective listening skill. يبقى النهارده احنا اتكلمنا على how to develop the module training module وخدنا example for the communication skill in the explanation of the training module. Should be title, should be duration, and should be determine the area that cover, the benefit or objective of this module, the language that can be determined to this module, and so on. وبكده نبقى نهينا الموديولز can be developed from any organization. وكده نبقى وصلنا لنهاية المحاضرة اليوم اللي كنا بنتكلم عن ازاي نبدأ نعمل حزم تدريبية، ويمكن دي الجول او المين بتاع اعداد برامج تدريبية. وبنشكركم على حسن الله.